Hi, my name is Alexa Alvarez, and I am enrolled in the microbiology, it's Bio 225 online course with LAPU. Currently, we are working on our week one assignment, which is due tomorrow. And I believe it is the 13th of July. So, with this week, we had to go over some how-tos on how to use the hands-on learning lab uh, website. We went over some safety procedures and what to do, what not to do in cases of emergency. The next part that we had to do was pretty much kind of get an intro to some of the, not equipment, but the tools and some of the terminology that is going to be utilized throughout the course so that we better understand what all we're doing and what exactly we're handling in terms of microbes and agar and the petri dishes and all that. So part of this course is, as I've very recently learned, there's going to be a lot of time management on my behalf. So obviously working full-time and maintaining a home, one of the questions within the assignment was how I am going to manage my time properly. So for me personally, I have to kind of cut my overtime, and I guess that can serve as a benefit for me. So trying to leave work on time and early enough to where when I get home in the evening, I still have enough time to start labs, get the active cultures going, go through incubation and be able to do the pouring and all that, and to be able to turn everything in and actually get results on time. So a lot of what I have to do is really kind of utilize that calendar that we created, which initially, when I was going through the instructions, I'm not gonna lie, I had a little bit of a hard time kind of understanding what all I needed to include in the calendar. But after reading and reading, I was able to kind of figure out, like, okay, I have to put my due dates, what days I have to get started on what on certain labs, simply because they are going to take several days to be ready so that we can actually perform the experiment and look at the cultures as we're supposed to, in terms of making sure we have growth and be able to document what it is that we need to document. So there's going to be a lot of time management work on my end, so have to be pretty strict on myself. With labs being materials being limited, I have to really make sure that I read my instructions to a point to where I know exactly what all it is that I have to do. I'm a very visual person, so what I hope would work for me is, as I'm reading instructions, kind of jotting down bullet points, or even printing as much as, if I can print, trying to print and highlighting so that I pinpoint exactly what are my measurements, quantities, what cultures and what microbes we're using. So I think I have to jot everything down. I have an iPad and the thing is gold, so I plan on using that a lot, just so I can keep track of myself, make sure that I am very well prepared early on in the week so that I don't mess up the assignments and run out of material, and come the end of the term I can't complete assignments since we have to reuse some, and we have to work with what we have. I was going over my lab kit and I found out that I'm actually missing a couple items out of there, so hoping I can get everything on time, emailing HOL and see if they can get something to me as quickly as possible so that I don't run and fall behind, just kind of by what professor was saying. They're not, I guess things are maybe a little bit behind, which obviously with circumstances it's understandable, but at the same time I've had my lab kit for a couple weeks, truthfully, and I should have done that a lot sooner, not the week one of course. So other than that, I don't know that I have any suggestions yet in terms of how to improve the course. It's the first time I take a microbiology class, and the fact that it's online, it's a little intimidating because we kind of have to do a lot of self-teaching and a lot of reading to make sure we're really understanding what all it is that we're looking at. I am looking very forward to the class just because, you know, it's something that I've always been interested in terms of the subject, and after all the different biologies that we've taken, this kind of seals the deal for us. And other than that, in terms of confusion, I think it's just reading and focusing and making sure that we're reading our instructions and understanding everything that we're doing, and in the event that there is any confusion, reaching out and asking for help, posting on our course any announcements or questions to the teacher, to the professor. So I think being very proactive with communication is going to be extremely important to avoid confusion and to clear up any confusion that we may come across. Other than that, I look forward to the course. Thank you so much.